Hello everyone. In this video we will understand applicability of IndAS in India. In order to understand this topic, we shall divide the topic into two parts. Part A, companies other than banks, NBFCs and insurance companies. Part B, banks, NBFCs and insurance companies. We will understand Part A first, companies other than banks, NBFCs and insurance companies. On 1st April 2015, all companies were required to follow IndAS on voluntary basis. That is, they can opt for IndAS or they cannot opt for IndAS. That is at their own discretion. However, on 1st April 2016, which was phase 1 of mandatory application, in this phase, all listed companies and all unlisted companies having a net worth of minimum 500 crore were required to comply with IndAS mandatorily. On 1st April 2017, which was mandatory application phase 2, in this phase, all listed companies and all unlisted companies having a net worth of minimum 250 crores were required to comply with IndAS mandatorily. Then we will move towards Part B, which stands for banks, NBFCs and insurance companies. In case of banks and insurance companies, applicability of IndAS has been deferred until any further notice. However, in case of NBFC, we will understand by keeping in mind two dates. 1st April 2018 and 1st April 2019. On 1st April 2018, all listed NBFCs and all unlisted NBFCs having a net worth of minimum 500 crore were required to comply with IndAS mandatorily. However, on 1st April 2019, which was phase 2 of mandatory application of IndAS over NBFCs, all listed NBFCs and all unlisted NBFCs having a net worth of minimum 250 crore were required to comply with IndAS mandatorily. However, there are certain additional points with respect to applicability of IndAS. Once IndAS is applicable to a particular company on a mandatory basis, it shall also be applicable to its subsidiary company, associate company, joint venture or holding company. Another point to be noted is that regional rural banks have been exempted for the purpose of applicability of IndAS. Thank you very much.